Welcome back, everyone, to the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, where we are continuing our little delve into finding out about the danger at Dunwater. We have quelled a rebellion to some extent, but we need to take care of some stragglers, and we also need to find some ambassadors from other areas. And finally, we need to find a sub chief. And speaking of stragglers, here's one right now. Alright, we'll deal with these archers. There you go. Now, where were we?
You spot the spear crest on the table near a group of rebel officers, but the way is blocked by a magical barrier.
Hello.
The rebel officer laughs and casts a spell that creates barriers at the entrance. You'll need to fight to get the crest.
Well, then we'll have to do that. I didn't even know I needed a crest yet, but alright, fine. I shall endeavor to find the crest. Or two. And now you. And you. Who's there? Dealer of blows, that's who I am. They call me Pine Bow. Though, I suppose I'm not using a bow right now. Because I'm a ranger and I know how to use bow and dual-wielded weapons. Now for you. Ah! There you go. Crest of the Spear. And this way, right? Who's this way? More of these guys. Oh, officers! You. Ooh, only one officer left. Alright, good. Hey, anything in here? Nope. Then back out this way. This looks like the way to go. Yeah. Next. This way. And it looks like we've got the living quarters for the sub-chief. A brute. And now for you. Ah! Oh, there's more. There's always more. Now more. You are worthless! You're telling that to me? Well, I don't...
The sub-chief tells you that one of the rebel officers has taken the crest needed to free him to a nearby barracks. Now that you've saved Sub-Chief Irtos, the Lizardfolk Rebellion has finally been put to rest. The Lizardfolk can focus on reclaiming their home from the Sahuagin.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now, I guess that means we need to find the... Well, I still have one more officer to kill. And I also need to find the ambassadors, right? Dish away. I wish it never... You wish you'll never come here. Right, right. Well, you wish that in a moment yourself. There you go. Sometimes I can't hit the broadside of a barn, apparently. See about these guys. Fine. Fine, we'll do it this way then. Whew. Oh, more. What is this? Hmm. Runes. Runes. Nothing. Nothing.
A heavy gateway opens. A furious Sahuagin springs out from the watery prison cell.
Oh well. That didn't work out too well. And whew. All right, so he wasn't too happy. Are you too happy? All right, nothing, nothing, nothing. And that just leaves one more. Oh, yeah. Let's continue on our way. For the next area of the spine, I still need to find the ambassadors, right? We must be able to get into those ambassador quarters soon, I would hope. Ah, Deepwater Warrior. Hello? It won't matter whether the queen or the high shaman is in charge if we get invaded by the Sahuagin. Well, I suppose so. Where are... Is this some sort of...
Ambassadors from 3 different tribes await within this cavern. The Bullywugs, the Troglodytes, and the Sea Elves.
Well, that's quite a group to negotiate with. Troglodytes? Okay, there's the Bullywug ambassador. Well, I've got a Bullywug with me, right? Oh, here's a Bullywug ambassador. Let's see. You hear us speak? No fight? Huh? We Bullywugs see many strange things lately. You speaking now with Bullywug tribe diplomat. What you want? Oh, I am a representative of the newest alliance member, the town of Saltmarsh. I want to negotiate with your tribe's support on behalf of the alliance. Unexpected, yes. But before you tell me I should send our warriors to die, I explain. Compared to Sahuagin, our tribe not so big, not so strong. Then how we survive? We must be cunning. We must jump out of the way of danger. Sending our warriors against the Sahuagin might destroy our tribe, even if your alliance succeeds. I have spoken. Now, what have you got to say? Well, diplomacy, listen, and haggle. Well, now, if we all remember in earlier things, my diplomacy skill is -1. My haggle skill is -1. My listen skill is 3. Well, that sounds like my best bet there. I understand your concerns. We'll make sure that your tribe's warriors are used appropriately for their strength, to lessen the chances of casualties. Perhaps your warriors will guard our flanks. What does that matter? If your alliance is not strong, it will not matter where we are. We bullywugs will die. That's fair. Okay. Well, see, the other choice that I can reasonably do is maybe your tribe shouldn't be join the alliance if you're so many conditions and concerns. Yeah, I need a moment to think on that one. Maybe I can get something from the others. Oh, an officer. I still need one more officer, don't I? Oh, there you go. There. Finally the last of the officers. Now to speak with the other ambassadors. Here's a sea elf ambassador, Titus. Well, I managed to rescue a sea elf from a ship. Was this a human? Not someone I was expecting to see here. It's been nothing but chaos since we arrived. Perhaps you can explain what's going on? What do you want? I've come on behalf of an alliance between the town of Saltmarsh and the lizard folk. Will you commit to joining us to fight the Sahuagin? So, that's what this is all about. Certainly we sea elves are no friends of the Sahuagin, but we know the sea devils well enough to know words will not win this war. Only battle. I propose this. Fight me and this guard to show that the Saltmarsh has capable warriors. Then I'll commit to joining your alliance in full. Alright, very well. A bold proposal, but let's do it then. Well, not much chance to use archery here, so I'm going to have to do that. Alright, there you go. And I hope that I don't hurt them too much. I yield, surface dweller. Let's speak again of this alliance. Alright, there you go. With you at our side, the alliance will surely be able to defeat the Sahuagin. On behalf of the Sea Elves, I pledge our support to your alliance. Alright, I'll form the Lizard Folk
You've
Queen.
secured the Sea Elves' support in the alliance.
Well, that's useful. Now, what about the Trogs? Now, I'm not too sure what to say about Trogs, but see, there's the Bullywugs. But I figure if we get the Trogs and the Sea Elves, then maybe we could convince the Bullywugs, right? Hello. Greetings, human. I am called One That Talks First. Alright, I guess he talked first in this conversation, so I guess that'll do. I am the ambassador of the Troglodyte tribe. I trust you bring better news? My hopes for the alliance have dwindled since arriving here and seeing the sorry state of the lizard folk tribe. I am here as representative of the newest alliance member, the town of Saltmarsh. What can I do to convince you to join us? The first evening after our arrival, a soft-skinned thief took advantage of our chaos of the lizard folk tribe. He sneaked in and stole a carved bone necklace from me. If you were able to find the thief and retrieve my necklace, I would think about joining your alliance. My guards took some time to investigate the theft. You can speak with them for more information. Alright, I will do this for you.
The ambassador of the Troglodyte tribe has asked you to find his stolen necklace and deal with the thief responsible.
I could smell singed fabrics from a fire, but I could smell no wood or sea coal. Not regular fire then. Perhaps they have been hiding near magical fire? I found evidence of someone fleeing from the central barracks towards the southern barracks, but the track stopped shortly after leaving the central barracks. Alright, that means down this way, I think. Right? Well, we will find out because I think yeah, there's the southern barracks right there. Okie dokie. Well, let's see if this does anything. Hello. And now you. And now you. And now you. And your turn. Well, he said he went towards this direction. Didn't say he necessarily went into the southern barracks, but we certainly don't want enemy enemies in that area. Now let's see. Is this the way? Of course, he said that the tracks stopped soon after leaving the central barracks, so maybe it went into a secret door before reaching the southern barracks. Always a possibility. Hi there. Oh, another officer. There you go. Anyone else here? Looks like I would have had to have been more destructive in order to get any of the bonuses. Oh well. Now, this is just supposed to be a rest spot. Oh, looky here. Lars and... Let me guess, he's the one who took it, right? Thanks for making my escape easier by slaughtering all those lizard folk. Now, if you'll buzz off, I can plan my retreat. Did you steal a carved bone necklace by any chance? Oh, you're working with them, huh? Guess it's time for you to die then.
The thief collapses, dropping a carved bone necklace. Return this to the troglodyte ambassador.
Gladly. I think we must be getting near the adventure because I'm running out of places to go to. Ah, you have returned my necklace to me. Good, good. If you are part of this alliance, not just lizard folk, then maybe things are turning around. The troglodyte tribe shall join your alliance against the Sahuagin.
You've secured the troglodyte's tribe support in the alliance.
So that means the bullywugs, and maybe with a little bit of help, they'll now be more amenable to joining. You here to speak, not fight. Yes, I'm a representative of the alliance, remember? Alright, see. Well then, what's left then? Right now, I still don't see any option to do anything. Okay, others will fight with everything they have to survive against this Wacken, with or without you. Well, before I do that, is there anything else to say? What happens if I say it that way then?
You've concluded negotiations with the Bullywug tribe. Alarm bells ring out from the Central Ocean Grotto. With the lizard folk tribe weakened by the rebellion, they'll need your help to survive an attack. Just as you arrive in the Central Ocean Grotto, the gates protecting the underwater entrance slam open.
Okay, so the Bullywug negotiation wasn't necessary to be successful, apparently. Alright, there you go. And you. And you. Oh, here they are. Are you done? No, they're not done. Now you done? Oh, you. Well. Oh, I thought another group was needed to be fought. Okay, alright. An invasion, that's what would be left in this particular battle. There you go. It won't matter whether or not the Queen of the High Shaman is in charge if we are invaded by the Sahuagin. Well, there is that. Which is why we will deal with the Sahuagin. Okay, I guess not the most useful in frontline combat, but apparently does occasional backstabs. Alright. Next! Wait, good thing I have infinite arrows on this character.
The queen and the sub-chief arrive just as the last of the Sahuagin falls.
You have earned the gratitude of the lizard folk, outsider. Speak with me once more. There is a matter we must discuss.
Alright. You've done a great deal for both my tribe and our alliance today. Our gratitude and rewards are not surely not enough, but it is all that we can give. That's all in a day's work? With the alliance secure and the Sahuagin encroaching more every day, we will have to act quickly. I will begin planning an assault on their fortress as soon as possible. Alright, I'll be there when the time comes.
The lizard folk will stand together with your town. Together, we will send the Sahuagin invaders back into the sea.
There's another matter we must discuss. I know how much you have helped my tribe, yet it is our tribe's law that any who slay a tribe member must be wergild, a fine. You have slain many a tribe today, rebels though they were. I personally would have considered your services rendered thus far in payment enough. But the sub-chief advises me that you must pay the Wergild to placate the remaining tribe members who sympathized with the rebellion. As queen of the tribe, I must heed the advice of the inter. Alright, and what exactly is this Wergild? Normally, a Wergild is a fine paid in coin. However, the sub-chief and I feel that you're more beneficial to our alliance to have you perform a task of heroism, as you're due instead. Our Out in the marsh is a cavern where a particularly large crocodile has lived for many years. We would like you to kill it, as it is forbidden for the tribe member to do so. Meet our representative outside the crocodile's lair and consult him about the problem. Alright, fine. Very well. I suppose then that's going to be our next quest. That's an interesting way of handling that. Well, we'll see about that later. Well, that concludes this adventure. I guess next time we are going to be killing a crocodile when we return to A Sinister Secret in Saltmarsh.